Certainly, Member McKee. Yes.
Is it fair to say then that we would have the opportunity to look around for the cheapest company, we get the most bang for our buck? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. Is I think we need some time to investigate and look into it before we just screw the money out to it.
We would not only put this out to a formal bid that we would on anything for this kind of money, we would also do our research alone, because we found at times, sometimes we're able to actually work better deals with some of these companies when we do an informal bid. But under the contract, we'd be obligated, but yeah, it would be researched, and we would go after, obviously, the best price that we could, the best bang for our buck, and the best service for the citizens as well as the council. What would work out the most convenient for everybody. But no, we are not tied to clerk base in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, and Mr. Wozika, just one more thing. We're looking for a system that cannot be edited, so whatever shows up there is exactly what will happen in the meeting.
Whatever is said, whatever is done, will be live, and then will be on the recordings, yeah.
So people will not be able to take
There's
things
no
out of
technical
context and put it up there and misrepresent things that people would be saying. Everything is there.
There's no 10-second delay, there's no shutdown. It's start to finish, the camera goes on, the mics go on, and when the meeting's over, they go off. That's what's live, that's what's posted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, if you can state your...
Kelly Aronakis, 9 Sugar Maple Drive, Erinakes. Mr. Moderator, if there's no objections, I'd like to call the question.
That's not what the law says. The law says everybody gets to talk.
I said if there's no objections, I'd like to
Oh,
call
all
the
right.
question.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going to ask if anyone else wants to talk, but I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm not going to call the question, though. Is there anyone else who wants to talk? Say anything? Any further comment? All right. Well, we're gonna vote. Oh, yes. Hold on. We're gonna wait for the microphone.
Robert A. Padua, 62 Laurel. One question, please. The petition that Deb handed to you, did it have the name of that company on it?
I'll read just that part of the motion. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
No, please do.
It talks about the cost, and then it says to fund the purchase of a meeting management system such as Clerkbase, and Clerkbase is in quotes.
If she scrapes that so that the media person for our town, I'll go for the motion.
Well, Ms. Bacon, it's your call.
Such as covers.
I think we're kind of, what do you say, word parsing here? It says such as. So my reading of that is just kind of precatory. That's a suggestion. It doesn't mean that if this passes, it must be Clerkbase. It could be, it doesn't have to be, it can be a system such as. So I don't want to put form over substance here.
Okay, I'll buy that. You're the lawyer.
That's right. No, I'm not. I'm just the moderator. All right. Well, you said you were okay with it, so I'm not going to indulge that discussion any further, Ms. Bacon. I don't think that there's actually a call for you to make the amendment. So, are there any further comments? All right. Well, we're going to vote just to be safe one more time. Is the count still 226? 235. All right. So, all those in favor of the motion to amend item G, section 2, pursuant to the amendment that Ms. Bacon presented, please stand.
Collins, please.
I'm going to ask the checkers to do a count on this one, please.
Come back here. Mr. Moderator, we have 132 yes votes.
Okay. Before I declare, I just want to make sure the non-resident issue was dealt with properly. Do we have a
All
designated?
non-residents are in the right, my right, your left.
Okay, so, all right, you were able to discriminate residents
They
from
don't-
non-residents,
yeah, they
voters
don't.
from non-voters.
Right, all voters had to show a wristband.
Okay. Very good. I
We counted
declare.
the people on the stage also.
Yeah, I think, Mr. Perry, you said you counted the people on the stage, correct?
Yes, he did.
Okay. So the number again is
132.
132 out of 235. I declare the motion carries. The section is amended. Thank you, Mr. Chairman Perry, for your indulgence on that. We're now going to vote, unless there are further amendments to Section 2, I think a motion is ordered to vote on Section 2 as amended by the motion that just carried. Okay, are there any further, is there a second? Second. Okay. Are there any further amendments to Section 2, just to be sure? No? No amendments. Speak now, forever hold your peace. All right, we're going to vote on Section 2 now as amended. It's been amended with an additional $15,000, so I'm going to trust that everyone will read Section 2 in that fashion. Add $15,000 to the number. All right. There's been a second, so all those in favor, Mr. Chairman of the Board of Canvassers, any change in the count? Mr. Perry?
Yeah, 219, 218.
218.
We lost 17 people.
That was quick. All right.
All tellers, please get ready, back here.
Okay, so we're going to vote on Section 2 as amended, as I just described. All right, all those in favor, please stand. All right, unless there's an objection, I'm going to declare that there is a majority vote on Section 2. Is there objection? All right, I declare that the motion carries Section 2 is adopted. Now let's move on to Section 3, adopted as amended. Section 3, I'll read it, that not more than $4,596,993 be appropriated in tax revenues, interest earnings, state aid, and other sources for the retirement of principal and interest on outstanding bonded indebtedness. Is there a motion? There's a motion and a second. Are there any amendments to this? This is to pay the interest, so. All right. No amendments? Anyone want to comment? Okay, let's have a vote on Section 3. All those in favor, please stand.
216 voters at this
Excuse
time.
me, thank you. 216, the number didn't change. Thank you,
Went down.
Chairman Perry.
Down two.
In any event, of those present, it's clear to me that there is a majority standing in the affirmative. Unless there's an objection, I'm going to declare the vote. The vote, motion carries. I declare a majority in favor. Section 3 carries. Section 3 is adopted, excuse me. Now we'll move on to Section 4. Section 4, I'll read it, that the town council be authorized to expend federal and state grant funds or other grants in aid that are received during the fiscal period for general fund purposes for the capital improvement program or for other activities provided by the town charter or state law. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
There's a motion and second. Is there any comment? Any amendments? Mr. Chairman of the Board of Canvassers, do you have a count?
Count is still 216.
216, thank you. Before I take the vote, I want to remind everyone what I said earlier. We have to vote on Section J, which is the tax resolution, so don't leave. Thank you. All those in favor of adopting Section 4 as written, please stand. Again, it's clear there's a majority, and unless there's an objection, I'm going to declare that a majority carries is voting in the affirmative. Any objection? No objection. I declare that Section 4 carries with a majority of those present and voting. We're now going to move on to item H, which is the capital improvement resolution. And if I'm not mistaken, this is page 8 of your packet that you picked up when you came in, if you want to reference what we're really voting on. I'm not going to read it, but it's a total municipal government request for capital improvements of $219,732, and they're itemized if you want to look. I'm assuming everybody's already read it. So with that in mind, are there any... Well, let's get a motion. Is there a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion and second. Is there anyone who wants to comment on the capital improvements program? Any amendments?
Right here.
Okay.
Stacy O'Gorman, 31 Elton Street. Mr. Moderator, I'd like to make a motion to decrease the 2016-2017 capital improvement budget by $25,000 to eliminate funding for Parks and Recreation Briar Point Beach mechanical remotely controlled gate, respectfully submitted by me. Thank you.
All right, I've reviewed the motion. It's in order. The motion to amend. Is there a second? Second. Okay. Anyone want to talk about the amendment? In essence, just to, as I see it, it deletes the first line of the proposed capital improvements budget. Anyone want to talk about it? President Shibley.
What do you have? This one. Step up to that mic, bro. Step up to the podium.
I'm used to having my mic shut off, Mr. President Shibley, so I'm an expert at mic repair.
Thank you for the technical assistance, Mr. Warzika. I just go on record as supporting the $25,000 as is, left alone. The town manager and the department director recommended it. And as our professionals within our town, I support their recommendation.
Anyone else want to discuss this?
Jerry Narkowitz, 21 Beach Street, Coventry, Rhode Island. I'm the president of the Lake Tioga Association. When I saw the announcement that there was going to be a gate, I was awfully happy about it. $25,000 does seem like a lot of money. But I will tell you that that beach gets used very poorly after dusk. And the police officers that have to go down there put themselves at risk. That gate would be a mechanism to prevent that from happening in the future. So I respectfully request that you retain that mechanized gate at Briar Point. Thank you.
Mr. Moderator, if I may, I'd like to clarify something on the capital budget.
Sure. Mr. Town Manager?
Briar Point mechanized remotely controlled gate is actually 2 gates. It is a mechanical gate, and I'm not too familiar with the park. I haven't gotten there quite yet. There's the request is for a remote controlled sliding gate for the police department for quick access, and then on the southern side there'll be a swinging gate as well. So the line item is $25,000 for 2 gates.
Any further comment?
I have some questions about it.
Sure. Sure.
Stacy O'Gorman, 31 Elton Street. I'd like to know, O''Gorman. I'd like
You can
to,
ask the question. I can't guarantee that someone's going to answer
okay.
it. Welcome to ask.
Okay. We would like to know if the gate is going to be closed when the town is not charging, and specifically what is it just going to be closed at night, or is it going to be also open during off-season hours? What are the specifics in regards to when the gate will be closed and when it will be open? Timing.
I can provide somewhat of an answer. The Parks and Recreation Director who created the capital budget is no longer with the town, but he left his explanation in the capital budget. The director reported that this improvement is of the highest priority so that the neighbors in the region can enjoy the facility during the daylight hours and have some peace of mind during the night. So there's no specific for hours or procedures for opening and closing the gate, and but I would imagine it would be during the hours of the park.
Any other questions, comments? Sure.
Can I ask why it has to be remote controlled? I'm just thinking there might be a less expensive option, and perhaps the remotes are going to get lost.
Sure, the explanation in the capital budget is that the sliding gate activated remotely for quick and easy police access is to be located on the north side of the facility. And then again, it goes about, talking about the southern side. So it's quick and easy police access in case of an emergency. The way I understand it, it'll be much like a garage door opener mounted in each police car that they can push a button, the gate will open quickly. We have a similar gate at our Public Works Department for their Public Works yard.
Thank you, Mr. Town Manager. Is there any further question, explanation, comment on the merits of the motion to item H?
Joe DeWare, 76 Reed Ave. Just thinking, $25,000, what's the worst amount of damage that's been done to the park? I mean, you're talking somebody damaging the park, damaging a swing, messing something up. It's probably not going to be anywhere near $25,000. If we have to spend, $1,000 cleaning it up from damage once every few years just because some kids decided to damage it, it's going to save us a hell of a lot more money than if we were just spending $25,000 to put a gate in. And if they're going to damage it, they're going to get in there anyway. Blocking cars from getting in, I don't think that's going to make much of a difference to anybody who's actually going to do the damage to the place.
Thank you for the comments. Any further comments? All right. Hearing none, we're going to vote on the amendment to item H, which is the capital improvement budget. Section. Just want to make sure I get this right. Section 4. Right, but it's, item H. We're voting on item H, which has a total municipal government request of $219,732. Right, I'm sorry, and the motion is to reduce it by $25,000, which is to delete the first item on the capital improvement agenda. Can we have a count, please?
216.
All right, all those in favor of amending item H, please stand. That is to reduce item H by
Tell us.
$25,000. I'm looking at those standing, and unless there's objection, I'm going to declare that the motion does not carry. Is there objection? Mr. Vorman, is there objection? It's your motion.
No.
Okay, I'm going to declare the motion fails. So we're back to item H. Are there any further amendments? Okay, I'm sorry. No further amendments. All right, let's vote on item H of the agenda. All those in, the count please, Mr. Chairman?
216.
216, holding. All those in favor of item H, please stand. Unless there's objection, I'm going to declare a majority in favor of item H. Any objection? Item H carries by majority. Clear majority. We're going to move on to item I, which is a tax anticipation notes authorization resolution. We do this every year. I'm not going to read this in its entirety. It's quite lengthy. Anyone want to comment on this resolution? Oh, excuse me. Is there a motion? Second. There's a motion and second. Anyone want to comment on this section? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor? Mr. Chair, 216?
214.
214, all right. All those in favor, please stand. Unless there is objection, I declare a majority in favor. Any objection? No objection. Item I carries. We're now down to item J, levying, assessment, and collection of taxes resolution. And we do need to read this. This is item J. We have to read this to make sure everyone understands how they're going to be taxed. Everyone has said it's okay for me to read this, so I'm going to read it. Resolved that the electors of the town of Coventry qualified to vote on any proposition to impose a tax or to expend money in a town meeting legally assembled on this 14th day of June, AD 2016, hereby levies and orders the assessment and collection of a tax on the rateable real estate and tangible personal property of said town in a sum of not less than $70,225,000 and not more than $70,318,224. Said taxes for the ordinary expenses, payment of interest and indebtedness in whole or in part of said town and for other purposes authorized by law. The tax assessor shall assess and apportion said tax on the inhabitants and rateable property of said town as of the 31st day of December, AD 2015 at 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Standard Time according to law, and shall, on completion of said assessment, date and sign same, and shall make up and certify to the Director of Finance, Treasurer for the town of Coventry, who shall forthwith issue and affix to said copy a warrant under his hand, directed to the collector of taxes of said town, commanding her to proceed and collect said taxes on the persons and estates liable therefor. Said tax shall be due and payable on the 15th day of August, AD 2016, and all taxes remaining unpaid on the first day of October 2016 shall carry until collected a penalty of 18% per annum upon said unpaid tax. Said tax may be paid in 4 installments, the first installment of 25% on or before the 15th day of August 2016, and the remaining installments as follows: 25% on the 15th day of November 2016, 25% on the 15th day of February 2017, and 25% on the 15th day of May 2017. Each installment of taxes must be paid on or before the last day of each installment period successively in order to be free from any charge of interest. If the first installment or any succeeding installment of taxes is not paid by the last day of the respective installment period or periods as they occur, then the whole tax or the remaining unpaid balance of the tax, as the case may be, shall be immediately due and payable, and shall carry until collected a penalty at the rate of 18% per annum, unless the town council shall adopt an ordinance or resolution authorizing late payment only on the installment that is late, pursuant to General Laws, Section 44-5-8, subsection B. Be it further resolved that all taxes remaining unpaid after the first day of January 2017 shall be collected according to law. The property tax assessments have been computed in a manner as provided for under Chapter 44-45, called the Omnibus Property Tax Relief and Replacement Act, adopted by the General Assembly in 1985, and as amended in section 44-5-2 of the general laws and the succeeding sections as well. In chapter 44-5 entitled Levy and Assessment of Local Taxes. End. There's a motion and second. Mr. Chairman, do we have a count, please?
Yeah, the count is now
Mr. Moderator?
2:15.
2:15, that's, actually, we gained one. Wow. 2:15? Oh, did you want to? Sure.
Diane Cowell, 95 East Shore Drive in Coventry.
Can I get your name?
Diane, Kowal, 95 East Shore Drive. I have a question in the first paragraph. Should we have adjusted those numbers by the 15,000 that we added into the budget for the purposes of taping the meetings?
No, this is an approximation, it's a range, and the number you see, the 73,18224, is actually, if you were to add the 15,000, you would get to that number.
Thank you for the question. I agree with the finance director, since it's a range. Thank you for the question. Any other questions, comments on the merits of the motion? And Mr. Chairman, unless you tell me otherwise, I'm going to assume it's still at 2:15. All right, so we're going to vote on item J. And after that, we're going to move to adjourn. So this is the last thing we're going to vote on other than adjournment. All those in favor of the tax levy, item J, please stand. It's clear that there is a majority standing, and unless there is objection, I'm going to declare that there is a majority and the motion will carry. Any objection? All right, motion carries. Item J passes. Motion to adjourn. Stand up, keep standing. Second. Unless there is something different from 2:15, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to assume that it's a 2:15. Very good. It's a majority vote to adjourn. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice summer.
Stacy?